Hello and welcome back to another episode of Saving Scunthorpe. We are into February now and we're going to have a little transfer roundup. Just before we get into the transfer roundup, if you are enjoying the content on the channel, please do leave a like down below. Comment what you think we can achieve this season. We are currently in 13th place, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And also, just so that you're aware, if you haven't seen the community post, TEW will be returning soon. We've got a new TEW game coming out, so I'm just going to cancel the local to global. We're going to do a new save when the new game comes out, and I'm looking at doing a WWE save. So if you're looking forward to that, please do let me know down below. And let's have a little look at what we've been doing since you were last with us, which was... Ooh, when was it? It's been a while, I know that much. I honestly don't... I think it was Ipswich and Reading, it was indeed. So, since then, we've had pretty good results. We've only lost to Bournemouth, who were, in fairness, in the battle at the top of the table. Watford, Blackburn, Wolves and Oxford. Oxford was a very disappointing one. They were bottom of the league. However, other than that, we have been doing pretty well for ourselves. And as I mentioned, we are in 13th place, 44 points. That should be enough for us to be safe. And obviously, we've got plenty of the season left, so hopefully we'll be picking up some more points of our own. However, there has been quite a bit of transfer activity, so let's go and have a look at what we've been up to. So focusing on the outgoings first of all, we saw Godfrey Boakai leave to Tranmere for £750,000. Dylan Munro has gone out on loan to St Johnstone. We're getting £325,000 as part of that with monthly payments. Adam Lewis has gone to Minnesota for £825,000. I believe he came in on a free. He did indeed, so pure and utter profit. Dean Goldsmith has gone to Cambridge, £205,000. Again, pure profit. He wasn't happy at the club and we've kind of replaced him anyway, so it's fine. And then we've let Taglione go out on loan to Boston United. Tyrrell Morgan has gone on loan to Dunfermline. And Mike Butler has left. He was actually someone who was doing really well for us. However, if we go in and have a little look at the status of him. So he's gone on loan to Hibernian. They have the option of buying him for $6 million. So with that in mind, I felt that was the right thing to do. And overall, he again wasn't happy at the club. I don't know if we can see here. So they've got a option to buy him for 3.1 million. And then I think there's still more to it. So in total, we can make about 6 million from his sale. And if they win the League Cup, I don't know how likely that is. Not very this season. But nevertheless, I think overall he wasn't happy. And again, we've bought in adequate replacements, I would say, in my opinion. Not sure if I can check as well how much they're paying of his contract. So for the duration of the loan, we are paying the wages. Didn't realise that. That's a bit of a mess up. But they're paying us 50 grand a month. And then also could be paying us a lot more should they choose to keep him. And if they don't, he should still come back with a nice bit of extra value for us to look at selling in the summer. And on top of that, as you can see, he's requested to leave. So if we can get him gone for the rest of the season, he can't upset the dressing room. And in the summer, we can get him sold if Hibernian don't take him. Incomings, there has been quite a few, which is unusual for me. I don't normally do a lot in January. However, we started off with Diogo Batista. He's come in as a holding midfielder. This is a guy effectively replacing Goldsmith. And also he's doing a nice bit of rotation with Russell Denny. Looks a very solid player. He's 31, so he's not going to be here for a long time. However, we've got a couple years on his contract. We'll probably even sell him this summer or next. It's just somebody to help us bulk out the squad a bit. Then we went a bit mad on deadline day. We bought in Graham Gibson on loan from Derby. So we're paying 80% of his contract, I believe. So 4,600 a week. Absolutely fine with that. He hasn't come with an option to buy. However, I believe we probably would be able to look at that should we want to. We've then got Danny Rodriguez in on loan from Spezia. He's come in and he looks an absolutely fantastic prospect. We don't have an option to buy, and I don't think we'd be able... Oh, he's actually transfer listed. So there's a chance that we may be able to bring him in. That was the sticking problem. His wages were very high. So I think that was going to be our main problem. We are paying them at the moment, or at least part of them. But overall, we probably don't want to be giving out that contract until we're in the Premier League. Then we've brought in Nils Bartosz. He's come in on loan from Getafe. Another very good right winger. This was largely because Pat Curry wanted to leave. However, as it turns out, nobody met our valuation. So he's still at the club. I'm hoping by the time we get to the summer, Pat Curry will have settled down and he'll be happy to stay. If not, then we'll sell him in the summer. We've still got until 2034 in his contract. So we've got two and a half years left. So hopefully he does stay because he's a fantastic prospect. But this is where we're looking at options. Bartosz, he's got a optional future fee of 1.8 million. So we've got the option should we want to. However, again, wages are a bit of a sticking point for us, because I don't think he would be taking the wage drop for us to be able to afford him. And then we've bought in Sidi Opry. He's come in for like 195,000 from Mimosas in Ivory Coast. It was a pure compensation that we had to pay. We just signed him to a contract. He's got fantastic potential, high value. I'll be honest, I don't know, given his determination and things like that, whether he will be good enough for us. However, even if we sell him in a year's time, I think he does enough to give us an option off the bench. And hopefully, with a bit of mentoring, we can increase that determination, although it might be a big ask. And then finally, we bought in Mikael Malmgren, a option at left back, because at the moment we've only really got a couple of options. If we change this to left back, we've got Forker, who we like playing on the right wing, and then we've got Flynn Chowdhury, who's a holding midfielder really, and Smith. So realistically, this is probably just going to be a loan until the end of the season. I don't believe we've got any option to buy. We don't, and at the moment, he would want us to get promoted from the Championship before he'd even consider joining. But to bring him in on loan has done absolute wonders for us. He's done really well in the game that he played. I think he's played just against Sheffield United. We drew... Oh, he had a 6.5. However, I still think that's not necessarily a fair reflection of how he actually got on. And also, it's worth noting, in the FA Cup, we beat Burnley 4-1 in the third round. We've then beat Stoke 3-0 in the fourth round. And we've had a pretty nice draw against Plymouth in the fifth round. They're in the Championship with us. They are only just behind us. However, I think that's a good chance of us getting through to the sixth round. And if we get through to there, we could be ending up against some big names, unless there's some upsets, because realistically, all the big Premier League teams have all got favourable draws, so you would expect them to go through. But you never know. And at the moment, I'm kind of thinking we'll come back for hopefully the sixth round. I don't think it's worth us coming back for that Plymouth game, and I wanted to come back and do the transfer update in the meantime. So ideally, sixth round is where we'll come back. But now, let's go and play Leicester City. They are currently second in the league. But we've not been doing bad against teams that are up there. Wrexham were fourth when we played them. We beat them. So it's going quite well. Sheffield United are above us. It's the home game against Leicester. Don't remember how we got on against them earlier. We beat them 2-0 earlier in the season. So let's do that again, please. Our lineup for that game, we've got Izagirre in goal, a back four of Ramsey, Doy, Nallo and Malmgren. We've got Batista and Russell Denny as the holding midfielders, Curry on the right, Campone on the left, Perkins in the number 10 and Johnson up front. I know a lot of people would say bench Curry because he wants to leave, but I really do want to convince him to stay. So we're going to persist with playing him. And to be fair, his morale's still pretty good, which is the main thing. A very early highlight here as Leicester have the ball on the right with a throw-in. Riedel goes back to Gilardi and then out to the left-hand side. Chance for Riquelme to run into space down this left-hand side. Gets past Ramsey, cross to the edge of the box. It's been brought down and then they've cleared it themselves back to their centre-backs. That was an odd pass from that position. And Jacquet now on the ball finds Riedel and back to this left-hand side. Larios, chance for a cross here. He's being closed down by Curry. Lorenzo into Riquelme to Antonelli on the edge, and he sends it over the bar. A throw-in very near the corner here. Riquelme to Lorenzo, gets it back, drills it in, and blocks and makes it 1-0 to Leicester. 22 minutes gone. We're halfway through the first half. That's only their third shot, but they've made it count. Well, since the goal, it's been all Scunthorpe. We've had all 4 shots in the game since then. However, they don't appear to have been very good shots. We've not hit the target once yet. We've had 2 blocked, 3 blocked, and 1 off target from Perkins. None of them making highlights. But, you know, at least we're having shots, I suppose. Let's try working the ball into the box, see if that can help us. Riquelme with a throw-in on the left-hand side. He gets it back to Lorenzo, who turns, puts it to Bloxham, and an important block from Russell Denny to deny pretty much a mirror image of the first goal. However, corner kick, Ackroyd is going to send it in for Leicester. Izaguirre stayed on his line, Nallo heads it away. Bloxham is going to go and collect it and gets it back to Fetty, who sends it forward. Ramsey, what are you doing? Somehow Ramsey has decided to turn into Prime Cafu to deny them 2 chances there. So we're holding Leicester at the moment, but Russell Denny is going to come off for Julian so that Batista can go into the playmaker role. Rodriguez coming on for Curry. Campogna off for Chambers. And I think we'll bring Perkins off for Opry and send him up front with Jarnason in behind him. Larios on the ball here for Leicester. And he finds Elanga on the left-hand side, who's going to attack towards Ramsey. Chance to cut inside here. He does so. Gets into the box. Izaguirre with a good save to deny him. We're going to go to positive now. When we changed to balance is when the game kind of turned in our favour in that first half. Ackroyd sending in the ball in. Nallo manages to head it out for another corner. So I'm hoping switching to positive might allow us the chance to get a few more shots off. Izaguirre sending the ball long. It's met by Leicester players only though, and Antonelli with the ball on the right hand side. Chance to play somebody down the wing here perhaps. They don't do so at the first attempt, but then eventually they do. Fetty is being pressured by Jarnason there, but he plays through it. Larios now on the ball. Jarnason nicks the ball, finds Danny, through to Opry, 1-on-1 with the keeper, puts it in the top corner. We lead. No, we have equalised 1-1. Opry with his first goal for Scunthorpe, and it is a huge goal. We're going to bring Malmgren off for Flynn and Corker. Yeah, we'll bring Corker on for Ramsey at right back. No, we won't because we've already made all our subs. So just Flynn for Malmgren. So we see out a 1-1 draw with Leicester. Pretty good result for us there, to be honest. We can't complain about getting a draw against a team that's in the battle for automatic promotion, and it keeps us in the top half as well. So because of the transfer review, we'll just play the 1 game there. It was a decent result for us. What is concerning still this season is the lack of goals that we are having. If we go and look at the goals, we are 19th. We've only scored 40 goals. And let's have a quick look while we're here at the XG table. To be fair, we're doing fine for what we should have scored. We've only scored 1 more than we would have expected to have scored. We've conceded 1 less than we would have expected to concede. So, yeah, we're performing as expected effectively. It's just that we're not creating enough chances. However, we are also one of the weaker teams in this division, so I don't think that's too much to be concerned about this season. And we are playing naturally football that isn't maintaining possession a lot, so we're not going to create loads of chances. If we have a look at possession stats somewhere here. If we have a look at possession stats, we are actually bottom in the entire league for possession stats. So I think that naturally does mean we don't create as many chances. And if we look at expected goals for, we are 21st for that. So it's not great. However, expected goals against, we're 19th for that. So we are very much denying chances. We're just not creating many either. If we can start creating more chances, we'll be absolutely well away. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Let me know what you think we can achieve this season. How far do you think the FA Cup run can go? And thank you very much for watching.